Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jay Manook, and we're playing some more Trapped Dead today. Right now we're at the train depot. Our mission is to rescue the crane guy, whatever they're called, the crane operator, and this is one of the larger maps in Trapped Dead, so I will have to actually split it up into two parts. And right now I got the men at work team at the bottom. I didn't bring Joanne over because I found out that there isn't really much use for melee in this mission. There is a lot more wide open spaces, so ranged weapons are more suitable for this environment just because you can pick them off from a distance, and it doesn't require any stamina, so in the event that we do get overwhelmed, we can just use our ranged weapons for support and to fend off whatever's coming. I don't really use all of Bo's ammo at the beginning, simply because there isn't really much use for it right now, and you don't really want to waste all of it on these guys. And this was my first playthrough of this mission, so I wasn't really sure what I was going to expect, so I didn't want to waste a lot of ammo or a lot of his crossbow bolts. But they are really useful in this map because what I didn't know is that you could actually penetrate through multiple targets. I mean, I did know that, but I didn't know that you could actually land killing blows. You'll notice later on in the video that he gets Bo gets a double kill with the crossbow, with like a single shot, which is pretty neat. I did not know that because from what I knew was that the pistol can hit multiple targets, but it doesn't actually do as much damage to the consecutive targets. But anyways, I do believe I said that this is one of the larger maps, so I will be splitting it up. I'm not sure if I did, but anyways, there are a lot of zombies here, so you don't want your guys to another reason why I didn't really want to use a lot of melee is because they do tend to get hit very easily. Sometimes they decide to not hit, and once you do start bleeding, Mike is one of the characters that starts bleeding very easily after like 1 or 2 hits. The sheriff being one of the stronger characters, he does take quite a few more. So like I was saying, if you do start bleeding, your life is just gonna get really hard playing this game. And there I was talking about the double kill with the crossbow bolt. You'll see it there like a couple seconds ago. But anyways, the zombies do have a very heightened sense of smell or something for blood. So even if they're not on your screen immediately, they will eventually start working their way towards you. Unlike if your characters were unharmed and not bleeding like they are right now, you could really just walk through most of the mission without much trouble. But in this next part coming up, there is a zombie container, I guess you want to say. Like there's a freight train full of zombies, and they pop out, and if you're not bleeding, you could probably walk past them, and but if not, they will chase you down. And it's kind of tough if you do start taking a lot of damage, because there are no actual health kits in here, or med kits I mean. So what I have right now are two med kits left, so it's really hard to. You gotta be really careful with what you're doing and where your characters are at all times, or else you're gonna just end up badly injured and without any ways to like heal them. But anyways, because if they do start bleeding, they don't stop. I mean, in some games, like if you just stay still and just kind of hang out for a little bit, you'll stop bleeding and you'll be fine. But here I'm trying to transfer ammo to the sheriff, but he can't pick it up. And at first I thought he was bugged out and the ammo was just kind of stuck on the ground for some reason. But what I didn't notice, because I'm blind, is that his inventory is actually full, so I was just kind of getting pissed off right there. But really it's just because I'm an idiot, and you can't pick up any more stuff if your inventory is full. So I just kind of leave it there, because I'm like thinking that I can't get it anymore. But in fact I can, it's just I'm being a noob. But anyways, this upcoming part, I do die the first time around, so you'll see a little skip, which is just where I had to start over the mission and run back to this part. And it is the part where the zombies come out of the side freight train, whatever you want to call it. And there is the skip right there. But this time around I'm not actually bleeding, so I can just kind of walk by safely and without harm. But I can't actually get past these guys, so I do have to take them out. And of course Mike starts bleeding again after like one hit, because I don't know, he's not very strong. But I do send the doctor out here to... I'll use the doctor to kind of shoot the barrels and take out a couple zombies. But not, I think like one or two. Actually, 3 might have died there. But not a big deal, because there are plenty more of those explosive barrels conveniently placed in the right here. And I think since the doctor is kind of like, he has the pistol, and that's like the most abundant ammo I have, I send him out there. And he does have quite a lot of stamina also, so I kind of use him to run around and lure zombies around explosives. But I mean, like Mike, I don't really like using Mike because he's kind of an idiot, and he dies really easily. And the sheriff he can't run very fast, and I think they run at the same speed, but he doesn't have as much stamina. So if I was to use him for like luring and trapping zombies, I guess, luring zombies into traps, he wouldn't really have a chance to get away. So that's why I use the doctor. And also Bo, he's just kind of, I don't know, I don't want to waste his ammo on canisters. But we will be leaving the railways in just a couple of minutes and entering like a warehouse. And we'll find a little surprise in there, which is pretty crazy. You'll see in just a couple of minutes. It's a pretty neat thing that you'll see. But it's gonna sneak up on these guys, and since Mike, actually no one's actually bleeding, but I guess we do alert them to our presence, so they're gonna start trying to be all friendly with us. And they're just taking their time. I think I do die another time shortly ahead of here. I think I just got overwhelmed and I have to end up reloading. But the nice thing about reloading, if you do die, and if your guys are all low on health or bleeding, when you reload the game after death or anything like that from a sewer, you do end up with full health, I think. And if not full health, but I do know that you stop bleeding, so it is a nice thing right there. But I have a lot of grenades, and grenades are just completely terrible to throw because it's really hard to like aim where they're going. But I actually get one good toss out of all 3 of those grenades, and so I am pretty happy about that. I guess I can't complain when it's really hard to do. But we are gonna head in here and see what's going on. And just kinda waiting for the other 2. I could probably just walk in here, but I do, and just take them out quickly before they start piling up. And you'll also see on the sheriff that he does have all the ammo that I tried to transfer over, simply because I did it at the beginning of the map, and I realized that he did have the full inventory. But other than that, pretty much the same as the first run. And here you'll see the taser. At first I thought it was like a submachine gun or something like that, but it is in fact a taser. It's kind of like just randomly there. But a little bit about the taser. It doesn't actually do any damage, and I mean it does actually, but it's very minimal. But the good thing about it is that what it does is it sends out like an AoE electrocution. So if you do have a group of zombies on your approaching your team, you can shoot the taser at them. It'll stun them, and it's a very small area, so you want the zombies to be really clumped together, and they'll just fall down as if they got shot. But they will come back up just as quickly as a normal knockdown, and it is only like it's only a one shot, then you have to reload or recharge the taser. But the cooldown is pretty short. It's only like I think like 10 seconds or 5. I don't know. I don't really count because I just use it whenever it's ready. But it is pretty effective if you do have a lot of meleeers, so that you can kind of knock them down and then have the melee just kind of start wailing away at them. Or unless your like team has low stamina, you can use the taser to knock them down, stun them momentarily, and give yourself some time to, you know, regain some stamina. But this video will be coming to an end shortly, and I'll be back with part 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Just kind of leave some feedback or subscribe, and I will see you guys in part 2.